Hey, Ash.
Commander?
How we doing?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I mean, yeah, they're family, but just because you're family with somebody doesn't mean that you talk or get along or anything like that. I mean, I don't know if I have any family left, so I can't necessarily speak to personal stories, but well, some of the people in training and stuff like that when I was going through the Marines and everything, they had family members that they just never talked to, and that was normal for them. Maybe that's that way with Liara and her mom.
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it.
Yup.
Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
It is actually very impressive. Can we chat a little bit more?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure, I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
Yeah, of course. What's up?
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Is it because they're not Alliance? Is it because they're aliens? What portion are you having trouble with? I need to know that specifically before I address this.
Don't mince words, Chief. What's your concern?
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy.
It is.
I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
All right, listen. I get where you're coming from, Ashley. I 100% do. We've let a wrecking ball that is a Krogan and an extremely smart Turian on our ship. But did you ever think that the biggest threat on the ship was possibly Tally? Because, I mean, I don't know if you know this about Quarians, but they are really, really good with ships. And Tally is extremely talented. Like, even outside of how talented Quarians naturally are, Tally just kind of takes that to a whole nother level. And she could pretty much just have us floating in space and doing nothing forever if she wanted. So don't necessarily just call out Rex and Garrus on this one if you're so concerned about the quote-unquote aliens. But to just bring this to a whole nother level, how do you know Adams wouldn't do the same thing? I mean, heck, Joker could go ahead and fly us into a star if he really wanted to. Just because they're aliens, just because they're different than us, doesn't mean that they have bad reasons for being here, that they're gonna do bad things to us. You know, we gotta learn to get along, Ashley. The galaxy is a whole heck of a lot bigger than we thought it was. And it's got some really interesting individuals, and, you know, maybe you should start to trust them a little bit. I'm not asking for blind trust. I'm not. I definitely think that no matter who comes on the ship, we should be vigilant about that because, I mean, like you said, this is the most advanced warship in the Alliance. But on the same token, if you try to talk to them and get to know them, you might find that they're really cool.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Listen, I get that. You want humanity to be independent, and a lot of the other species are independent when it comes to all of this, but at the same time, we're still pretty new in the galaxy, Ashley. We don't know a whole lot of the tech. Like, we know some of the tech, but there's probably a whole lot out there that we don't know yet. And you know, we need allies. It's how we're gonna get through all of this. If we didn't have allies, I don't know if we'd be able to stop people like Saren. So, while I get it, being independent is a very, very good thing. It's also really important to know when you need an ally, and you need to find the right ones.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Not necessarily, Ashley, but I get it. I do. I get the instinctual, we're not them, they're not us, so if it's between us or them, they're gonna pick themselves kind of mentality, but if we don't change, if we don't start to facilitate that change, how can we expect any of the other species to change too? So yeah, maybe that's the way it's always been, but maybe one of the reasons humanity is here now And one of the reasons we're working our way towards the council, we're working our way to being a more prominent member of this galactic civilization we find ourselves in, is because we need to show them a different way, if that is in fact how they normally see things.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
Listen, let me just tell you right now that if it came between myself and my dog, I'm gonna pick my dog, Ashley. So you can't speak for everyone with that one statement, because some of us do love pets just that much, and it really stinks that I've always been serving on one ship or another, and I haven't really been able to ever get a dog. Maybe one day. I've heard this argument before, and I get, like I said, I get where you're coming from. But change has to start with somebody, and it might as well be us.
You sound like one of those Terra Firma party pamphlets, Chief.
Terra Firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Will you tell me a little bit about your military family?
You're lucky. I lost my family on Mindoir. Are you related to anyone I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. I read about Mindoir. The Alliance screwed the pooch on that one. Should have had a bigger garrison.
Yeah, they should have.
Is that why you're out here? To take the fight to the pirates?
Yeah, you're damn straight why I'm out here is to take the fight to the pirates. I want to protect as many people as I can from losing family members the way that I did. It was awful, and I don't wish that on the worst of my enemies.
I'm here to put hypervelocity rounds through the heads of bad guys.
Most satisfying part of the job, Commander.
I understand your feelings, Ashley. I do. But I ask that you learn to work with the aliens, at least the ones that we have on our crew. I ask that you take the time to try to get to know them. I don't need you to like them. I don't need you to become their best friend. I just want you to try to get to know them and find some kind of common ground so that way you all can work together.
All right, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I promise you I am not going to ask you to kiss any Turian cheeks or anything like that, Ashley. Just you getting along and staying civil with them is all that I need.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
Thanks for the chat, Ashley.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Hey, Garrus, you doing all right after that last mission?
Commander, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. Can we talk about you and CSEC?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Such as?
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
Is he? Really? Is it because he wanted you to walk in his shoes, or?
He's not impressed that you're going after Saren?
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
Wait, are you serious? You were gonna become a Spectre?
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate, me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it.
He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
None taken, Garrus, none taken. But that is too bad. There goes my hopes of visiting your dad on... What, is he on Palaven or another planet? I mean, there goes the hopes of a family kind of vacation, right?
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Exactly. Because Saren is not going to play by those policies or those procedures. We're gonna have to get creative to stop him, and we can't be held down by the red tape that most are.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Hey, thanks for the chat, Garrus. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go see what Tally's up to. Hey, Tally, you doing all right?
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Oh no, what's wrong? You sound a little sad.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
It's too quiet for you to sleep at night. You sound like you might be a little homesick, Tally.
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Maybe that's the whole point of the pilgrimage.
Sounds like the pilgrimage isn't just about finding resources for the fleet. Maybe it's about teaching you to appreciate your people and culture.
You're probably right. We Quarians spend our whole lives traveling, but really we never leave home. The pilgrimage has given me a whole new perspective on our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
Maybe. I mean, that is highly possible. Maybe they fell in love with a different culture or a different way to live or anything like that. Maybe they found a different ship with a different crew that they wanted to serve with that wasn't part of the flotilla. You are gonna go back though, right?
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I agree, Tally. We're so happy to have you. Listen, I'm gonna go, but maybe try to get some sleep soon.
I should go.
See you later.
See you, Tally. Adams. All right. Oh, I want to go say hi to Joker. I'm gonna go annoy Joker. That is exactly what I want to do. I want to go annoy my pilot because that's generally a really bad idea. It's like one of the first things that they kind of teach you when you're going through all this training is don't annoy your pilot, but I've never been one for the rules, so let's go annoy my my pilot.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
You sure you're gonna want that, Joker? You gotta get all fancied up and everything like that. There are speeches, and there's only tiny little finger food-like snacks. They don't serve a good meal.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too.
Yup.
I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I just wanted to talk. Are we not allowed to talk? Does that bother you?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you?
I didn't.
Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What disease? You have a disease? How did I not know that? You're my pilot. Shouldn't I have gotten that information at some point?
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know?
I didn't know.
Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Okay, well that's good to know. I promise you I am not at all going to ask you to dance because that's probably a little weird just overall. I mean, I actually can't dance. Please don't ever ask me to dance either. Really bad at it actually. Listen, how'd you get your nickname?
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Yeah, you definitely do.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Were you unhappy at flight school, or?
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Joker, I'll talk to you later. Thank you for the entertaining stories.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
Hey, just do me a favor and don't actually try to dance on the bridge or anything like that without telling me first. And maybe Chalk was. I'm Rex and Garrus because they're gonna want proof. All right. Well, I've said hi to everybody. And I think it's time to go back to the Citadel. I should probably check in with a few people, pick up some supplies, and then after that, well, the galaxy is waiting for me, and so is Saren. Definitely gotta go find Saren. All right, look, before we head back to the Citadel, we should really check out where this distress signal came from. I want to make sure everybody's all right, or at least got off world. Maybe somebody else picked up the distress signal. I don't know. And then also I remembered, thanks to Joker, Admiral Kahoku needed us to check something out. So we'll also go do that. But let's see what's over here. This should be, Joker had said, where the
There's the
distress...
down ship. This must be the place.
All right. It's
Careful, Commander.
not-
Got a bad feeling about this.
Same, Garrus. It's not a ship.
Geth, it's a trap.
It's a... Is there anybody ever here? Come on, Geth. How did they... Why? Were they after me or were they after somebody else? Probably anybody else at this point. All right. Let's keep the Mako together. No sense in destroying her. Because I love this little thing. And look at, she got a cannon. See, this is why everybody needs a Mako. Well, not everybody. Honestly, I'm probably the only one that should have a Mako. But still, look at her. She just making these Geth look like nothing. I tell you, nothing. Except for that one that just threw a Stop throwing rockets at my Mako. Come on. Don't you all have a little bit more class than that? Throwing rockets at a Mako. Rude. So I guess there was never a distress beacon to begin with. Great. Okay. Well, we did our due diligence at least, unless... That's Geth. I just want to do a quick ride around just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope. Nope. Just the Geth being the Geth. Well, isn't that lovely? All right. Let's head back to the Normandy. I'm going to pout a little bit because this really turned out to be a whole bag of nothing. But at least we protected somebody else from getting ambushed by the Geth. There's that. Time to go find Kahoku's men now. All right, I think that this is where the distress beacon was for Kahoku's men, and that looks like a beacon off in the distance. Here's hoping they're not all dead. And here's hoping there's a good reason for it all. I doubt it. What could possibly have taken out all of his men, though? It looks like there's still... Is it still operational? I don't know. Maybe somebody's in there. Maybe they're hiding out. Looks like there's some bodies on the ground, though. Let's hope Geth don't pop up like daisies, though. That would be awful. That would be, again, like, once again, Geth just popping up out of nowhere kind of thing. Sick of the Geth. Let's see. Okay, great. It's not Geth. It's a Thresher Maw. Fantastic. Glad. So glad. So glad instead of the Geth, we got a Thresher Maw this time. So that's what killed him, huh? I doubt there's anybody left. But maybe. Maybe we got lucky and there'll be somebody left in that tank, but I highly doubt it. All right, she's coming for us. Okay. Let's spin it around and go this way. How about that? Okay, you. You want to do this? I really don't want to do this, but if you want to do this, let's roll. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're so fine. We're fine. It's great. This is great. Let's see. Okay, she just went right under that tank, so if there were any survivors, there are no longer any survivors. Okay, gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go. Where's she going? Where are you going? Are you about to pop up? Why are we doing this? Can you pop up now? Little Thresher Maw? Is she done with me? Seriously though? I mean, if she went back under to hide for a minute, I'll repair my wheel. Okay, there we go. Hey, little Thresher Maw? Do you wanna party or do you not want to party? I don't understand what's happening right now, little Thresher Maw. Hello? Why do they do this? I mentioned I hate Thresher Maw. Okay. She's down. I think. You dead? How? You should be dead by now. Okay, there we go. Oh. The one thing you can say about Thresher Maws is that they're always highly dramatic. Yeah, they didn't make it. None of them did.
Alliance soldiers.
Yup.
Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Same reason we came here too. Well, not same reason. Like we came here for Kahoku, but we had heard it.
Under the command of Admiral Kahoku.
Yup.
He will want to know what happened here.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. These poor people. Why? Who keeps leading Marines to going nowhere missions that end up with them all dead by Thresher Maw? Who's leaving these beacons out here? Can I destroy this? One of those like impenetrable beacons? Probably. Well, at least the Thresher Maw's dead, so if anybody else, you know, comes along this way, at least they won't have to worry about that. Alright, let's head back to the Citadel. We had to anyways. I've talked to somebody named Asana Dantius. I don't even know who that is. Apparently they want to talk to me. I'll go talk to Kahoku. Maybe we'll do a little bit of shopping. See if there's any upgrades we need. And then I still pretty upset about that one. Alright. But first, I need Joker. Joker, can I get a pickup? Please? Joker?